What's up, everybody? Happy Friday, TGIF. So welcome to the third installment of Laidee Jae'S Late Night Vibe Check for Friday, August the 25th, 2023, 11 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast and 8 p.m. Pacific on the West Coast. My name is Jamaria Laidee Jae Darden, and I am unapologetically a whole vibe, aka the Vibe Queen of Laidee Jae and the Vibes, Laidee Jae and the Travel Vibes, my travel business, and Laidee Jae and the Wedding Vibes as an ordained wedding officiant. Thank you all so much for tuning in on this third installment of tonight's Laidee Jae'S Late Night Vibe Check. As always, as a reminder, regardless of whether you're watching live on Facebook or happen to be watching the replay on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, if you would, please like, comment, follow, share, show all the love, do all the things, and get the algorithm moving. So tonight's Vibe Check is a little bit different. I'm not going to be talking about any business. Not going to be talking about my travel business or even promoting wedding or anything else. Tonight is a little bit different because I come to you with an underlying heavy heart. Tonight's vibe check is for the hometown that I love so much. The town that I've been able to call my hometown for 33 years of my life. This is for LANETT, Alabama. A little town in East Central Alabama along the Alabama-Georgia border next to the Chattahoochee River. Located smack dab between Montgomery and Atlanta if you're traveling on Interstate 85. This vibe check is for the hometown that I love because our community as a whole is in mourning right now. If you haven't seen the news or any post, we suffered a tragic loss within this community. There are families and friends among this community here in LANETT that's grieving and that's in mourning. If you didn't know from the news, there was an accident that happened on the northbound Interstate 85 around the 73-mile marker. It was a single vehicle crash that claimed the lives of two young men at the age of 19 and a third young man who is in critical condition in the hospital. So we as a community here in LANETT, Alabama, I'm coming to you from my hometown and I'm wearing my hometown colors and shirt. Because we are a community in mourning. There are a lot of heavy hearts in this community tonight. And I wanted to do this vibe check as a way to rep my community and to try to encourage and bring us together in this really, really tragic, tough time that we're dealing with right now. There's families that are hurting right now. There's fellow friends that are hurting. There's teachers that are hurting. So many people are hurting over the loss of these young men who have lost their lives in that tragic accident off of Interstate 85 this morning, and the one left over that's fighting for their life right now. So right now I come to you as a fellow Panther alum, class of 2001. I wanted to do this late night vibe check as a tribute to the hometown that I love, because regardless, no matter where I go, where I happen to be, what I'm doing here on social media, when it comes down to it, I'm always 100% going to rep my city. LANETT, Alabama, it will always be my hometown. It will always mean so much to me. It's the town that I lived here the most. It's the place where I grew up in school and graduated from. And it's the town that I still live here now and still love wholeheartedly. And as I've stated, right now, we are a community in mourning. Our hearts are hurting and they're heavy, but we're gonna make it. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. We all just need to come together and pray for the families who are in mourning right now. This is now a time for us to come together and be there for each other and be the support system that we need for each other right now in this tragic time. This is the moment we need each other most, where we can be each other's shoulders to cry on and be each other's, be each other's prayer partners in this time. So I ask, as you're tuning in right now, if you would, at any point tonight, in the next few days, in the coming days, if you would, just think of my hometown. Pray for LANETT, Alabama. Our community needs it. We are in mourning right now, and it's going to be tough for a while, but we're going to be all right. I also wanted to do this late night vibe check a little differently because, as you all know, and have seen from many updates that I've made on my social media platforms, Mama has been in the hospital. This is day 32. And if you have not seen the most recent update that I made within the last few hours, Mama had a little bit of a hurdle in her journey. And we're dealing with an all too familiar hurdle with her oxygen and carbon levels right now. And it's tough. You know, it's tough news to take. But we know that God is the ultimate healer. And as I'm reminded of a post that I made early this morning, I'm reminded of the warrior spirit that I have within me and the warrior spirit that she has within her, and that my mama is a fighter and she's going to pull through. I'm a firm believer in that. She's going to pull through. We're not giving up. We're not quitting. She's a fighter. I'm a fighter. She's got some fight left in her, and we got some fight left in us. So I ask that you all, as always, as appreciative as we've been to all the prayers, love, and support, keep them coming. But I wanted to do a quick little reminder on gratitude. You know, gratitude is not just a word we throw around on a daily basis. Gratitude is a lifestyle. It's the art of being grateful for what we have, regardless of whatever situation it is. And I was happily reminded about this within the first week of Mom's healing and recovery journey from one of my best friends, my besties, who I love and appreciate so much. Let me say this. As you all know, I've been dealing with being Mama's caregiver for the last 32 days while she's been in the hospital. And I made a post recently that said, you know, we pick our friends, but real life situations tend to sort them out. And I must say and express the importance of what it is to have a strong support system in your life when it comes to a pivotal point like this. And I must say that two of my besties, who I love dearly, have really been a strong part of the support system I've had to help me mentally, emotionally, and spiritually navigate through this journey of my life over the last 32 days of being Mama's caregiver. And so from the bottom of my heart, I can't express enough of my thanks and love for them for being by my side, along with my dad, my brother, my bonus sister-in-law, and all of you who have prayed and support through us. But I do want to say this, and I'm going to be quick, because as always, I'm going to keep it as a 10-minute segment, and I am running out of time. But I will say this. It's important. I was reminded of how important it is to express the art of gratitude, because even in situations like this, where we're dealing with a tough time, it's important to be grateful for what's going on now so that it can be in preparation of what's to come. Just in the same token as prayer. When we're praying for things, we have to also put ourselves in a posture or position to receive what we're praying for. You can't have fear in the same body housed as defeat. If we're going to claim victory, there can't be fear if you're asking for victory or healing. The posture has to match with what you're wanting to pray for. And I was reminded of that by one of my besties. Thank you. Because that's been a pivotal thing that I'm constantly being reminded of along this 32-day journey that I've had with being Mama's caregiver. So as I'm running out of time on tonight's late night vibe check, I want to say this. I'm praying for my community and I'm fighting for my mama. We got this because God's got us. And as I close tonight, I'm thinking of a seed of encouragement that I shared on my Facebook page from a very sweet lady by the name of Brenda Lewis, who is a member of the church that my dad pastors in Society Hill. And in her seed of encouragement, she left a scripture that I think would be perfect to close on tonight, which is Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose. It's going to work out because this too shall pass. Why? Because regardless of the situation that we go through in life, God is still good, and we know of what he can do. So I'm going to go ahead and close out tonight's Laidee Jae'S Late Night Vibe Check for Friday, August the 25th, 2023. I hope that you will tune in next time for next Friday's Late Night Vibe Check. And as always, closing out, my name is Jamaria Laidee Jae'S, and I am Unapologetically a Whole Vibe, aka the Vibe Queen. I love you all so much. You all take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And it's great to be a mighty LANETT Panther, as always. Bye.